Hey guys, how are you today? Hopefully you're having a wonderful week like always, because today I'm continuing with my Steps discography journey, and we have made it to their sixth studio album called What the Future Holds, which was released last year in 2020. Now, as I'm sure you know, Steps will be releasing the follow-up to What the Future Holds called What the Future Holds Part 2 in a week. I think it's coming out next weekend. So yes, it is coming out on September 10th, 2021. So this is great preparation for me. Now there are 13 songs on the album. The album is 48 minutes, and I don't recall hearing any of these songs before, with the exception of track 8, Heartbreak in the City. Now, I don't recall hearing this particular version from this album, but the version I have heard is the version that features Michelle Visage, which is part of their upcoming album, What the Future Holds Part 2. But anyway, enough talking, let's get into the album with track 1, What the Future Holds. Now, this is the single mix. And that was track 1, What the Future Holds. Steps goes full electro pop with this song and the whole album, I imagine, and I quite enjoyed this. Now, for those of you who have seen a lot of my other videos, you will know that I absolutely love electro pop. I love EDM, electronic dance music. I mean, this is my genre. So obviously, I think I will always have a biased opinion when it comes to electronic dance music because I absolutely love it. I love listening to it. So of course, I simply enjoyed this song. It was ear candy for me. One more teardrop, the surface tension breaks. And if the surface tension breaks, then I will pour my pain and more. And then they go on to say, 1 foot in the past and 1 foot in the future. I need to take a class on staying right here with ya. I'm drowning in my history, prisoner of past defeats. Tell me what the future holds. And they also go on to say, I'm terrified of things to come, paralyzed, I cannot run. Tell me what the future holds. So this is a big turning point for Steps. It's the past meeting the present and unsure of what is to come in the future. Now, this album was released in 2020 during the height of the COVID pandemic. So in ways, I mean, it's probably not the intention of the song, but also this song could be seen as an allegory for what the future holds, because nobody really knows what the future holds when it comes to this pandemic. So I like that allegory behind the song, even though it's probably not intentional. And once again, just like their prior album, Tears on the Dance Floor, Steps still manages to keep their integrity with this song. Now, originally, this album was supposed to be released in spring of 2020, but we all know what happened in the spring of 2020. Let's not remind ourselves. And because of that, this album had to be pushed into the later part of the year. I believe November. Yeah, November of 2020. Now, Claire Richards added that the timing of the announcement was not in order to seek advantage in a horrendous situation, describing the album's title as coincidental, and that it felt like the right time after having worked on the project for several years. So it looks like my speculation of the title of the song, What the Future Holds, and the lyrics, it looks like it's purely coincidental. And for me anyway, I do feel like this song hits a bit harder production-wise than the songs from their prior album, Tears on the Dance Floor. I really did enjoy Tears on the Dance Floor, but I feel like this track just has that extra oomph in the production. I'm very curious to find out what the future holds for the rest of this album. So let's move on to track 2, Something in Your Eyes. Really? Are you sure? Okay, that was a lame joke. Oh my god, I totally just did a dad joke there. Something in Your Eyes, track 2. Oh, is there something in my eye? Oh. Sounds like something a dad would totally do. And that was track 2, Something in Your Eyes. And definitely, I mean, they are continuing their ABBA inspired work on some of these tracks. This one in particular, I mean, this has ABBA all over it, but it's like, it's futuristic ABBA, if that makes sense. This definitely sounds like a song that they could have released way back when, 20 years ago. Now it looks like this song is actually a cover of the Jenny Silver song. She is a Swedish singer. Okay. Steps described the track as so much fun, adding that it was a nod to old Steps. You can't help but sing along and feel uplifted by it. It's just a classic sounding Step song. My love for you is simply irresistible. You came to me a rainy, cold November night. You came to me. I felt it in a heartbeat. Only time will tell. Will we be together? Will it be now and forever? There is something in your eyes, something in your smile, just tells me that you're mine. All that we can do, trust in me and you, there will never be another. There's no reason to think twice, because there is something in your destiny. I love you. My love for you is meant to be my destiny, a miracle. Oh my god. It's a very classic sounding pop song, lyrically and production-wise, the melody, so I thought it was quite cute. I also want to go back to track 1, What the Future Holds, because I just noticed that What the Future Holds is actually co-written by Sia. I swear, Sia is the Where's Waldo of pop music. I always see her name pop up on just random pop albums here and there. But anyway, let's move on to track 3, Clouds. You're gonna shine so bright, your mama told ya. You wanna run, you wanna run. We all want the same things. Oh, we want the world. You don't need to worry now. You don't need to work it out. The clouds, the clouds, the clouds. You're And that was track 3, Clouds. And this is another good song on the album. I did think it was quite catchy, and I also liked the lyrics of the track as well. You're gonna shine so bright, your mama told ya. The apple of her eye, her little soldier. When life is getting hot and getting cold, you wanna run. We all want the same things. Blink and you'll miss it. The world, we want the world. Keep your head in the clouds. Keep your head in the clouds. They also sing about the father figure in their life. Your daddy raised you up to be a fighter. He said to take your time and build your fire. I really do like the message of the song. It's better to dance in the rain. Got nothing to fear. So there's something quite optimistic about this track. I almost get the feeling that they're singing about in the end it's just gonna work out. And they're singing about your mama told you that you're gonna shine bright, you're gonna make it, you're gonna do great things. It might not come instantly, but it will happen. And dad told me that I was a fighter. He said to take your time and build your craft, your fire. It's gonna work out and you're gonna do great things. Those shooting stars, you know they burn so bright, but then they're gone. You race to the finish, but you're just beginning. So take your time. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't move too fast, because the brightest stars, if you move too quickly, will burn and fall quite fast. So I don't know, I feel like the message of this song is just take your time, develop your craft, it's gonna happen. Yeah, that's my interpretation of the song. I would love to hear a remix of this song. Now, I am looking at the track list for What the Future Holds Part 2, which is coming out next weekend. And it looks like there's going to be 2 discs. The second disc is filled with remixes of songs from What the Future Holds Part 1 and 2, I believe. And there is a remix of Clouds, the Conway remix. So I'm really excited to check that out. So let's move on to track 4, To the Beat of My Heart. To the beat of my, to the beat of my, to the beat of my heart. Comment if you know the reference. And that was track 4, To the Beat of My Heart. And this is another solid song on the album. We are 4 tracks in, and in my opinion, this is just a solid electropop album. Like, I don't see anything wrong with it. I'm not blown away by the album. It's not like, oh my god, but it's just a classic sounding EDM album. It gets you to dance, it makes you feel good, and to me, that's enough. Especially when it comes to electronic music like this. If it makes me feel good, if it's catchy, it has to make me feel good. Well, not necessarily. Sometimes you want those dance songs that are more somber and sad. I like those tracks as well, but if it's catchy, it has to be catchy. And these songs are quite catchy. They have to have that rhythmic beat that gets stuck in your head, that makes you just want to, like, tap your foot or just sway your body. It has to have that pulsating rhythmic beat or melody that just hooks you in. Don't Stop, To the Beat of My Heart. Ice Cool Baby, I Don't Want to Miss a Beat. Everybody's sweating in the underground heat. Body rocking, body like an endless tide. Yeah, I think I'm ready for the midnight ride. This is a hot song, I won't lie. I mean, it's getting me all hot and sweaty, and I quite enjoyed it. Want this night forever, but we can't fight time. Everybody's sleeping while we're creeping out of sight. And how we dance, it's so fantastic. You don't understand. I want your loving. We found a lover. I want to be there now. So once again, she is infatuated with this person. She wants to dance with them. She wants to be with them. She wants to touch them. And I think that's one of the themes of the album. I will say this album it's not as sad and what's the word? I don't know, somber as their prior album, Tears on the Dance Floor. I really do like the stories on the album so far. So let's move on to track 5, Father's Eyes.
I could paint a picture of my heart, tell the world that we have been alive all this time we've spent. Tell the world we lost it, baby. I am not done here yet. I know that people think our love is like a fantasy, but I see with my father's eyes. You were like a fire and I tried. Oh, and I could paint a picture of your heart. Oh, I know that people think our love is like a fantasy. See with my father's eyes. I know that everybody says you've not been good to me. Oh, I got my humanity and I know I lost in my sanity 'cause I see it in my father's eyes. I know that people think our love is like a fantasy. See with my father's eyes. I see with my father's eyes. I see with my father's eyes.
And that was track 5, Father's Eyes, and another good song on the album. I did enjoy it, and it looks like this relationship is taking a turn for the worse. She's putting everything she can into this relationship, and it seems a bit rocky. I know that people think our love is like a fantasy. I know that no one seems to understand what I see, but I see with my father's eyes. I see with my father's eyes. You were like a fire, and I try risking all I am to let you go and kill the flames. So it looks like people might not approve of this relationship. And she is now seeing the relationship through her father's eyes, who perhaps her father didn't approve of this relationship, but she still has this flame for this person, and she doesn't want to put it out just yet. I know that everybody says you've not been good to me. They just don't realize I'm nothing if I set you free. So she can't let go of this person, because if she does, she's apparently nothing. So she has to hold on to this person, even though people are saying that they are just not right for her. I mean, this is a message that we've heard so many times in pop music before. It's a message as old as time when it comes to pop music. How there are people who don't approve of this relationship. People say that he doesn't treat me right, and they say that I should just let him go, but I love him too much. But daddy, I love him! So we are gonna move on to track 6, One Touch.
I can see you in the dark. I owe you stuck on my heart. Here again, no one else listening. Tell me, can you see me? One touch is all it takes. Hold it through me, time and time again. One touch.
that was track 6, One Touch, and the production on this track is quite dramatic. I do think it's the most dramatic song on the album. The orchestra and the strings, and I did like that aspect of the song, but I don't know, the song didn't grab me like all the other songs did. I think it more so had to do with the lyrics and just the overall melody of the song. I don't find lyrically or melody-wise this track to be the most intriguing song on the album, for me anyway. Had a vision you were here, had a dream you were sleeping by my side. When I woke up, you disappeared. Say you're out here, tried. See, I'm not scared, I'll fight. Till you're here again, I'm not listening to anybody and what they're gonna say. Till you're back to me. So once again, I mean, this is a good continuation of the prior track, Father's Eyes. She doesn't care what anyone has to say. She's gonna wait until you come back to her. I don't want nobody to touch if it's not you. So she only wants to touch this person and no one else. She is stubborn as fuck. So let's move on to track 7, Under My Skin.
I come to life when the light turns on. My troubled mind makes my troubled heart. Buried in smoke from mirrors no one can find. I just want you near. I want you to stay. I won't let you in and show you my pain. 'Cause you don't know what's under my skin. Under my skin. As shadows chase, never to be caught. Tell me what is going on. Tell me what is going on. These little pieces I try to leave behind. I just want you near. I want you to stay. 'Cause you don't know what's under my skin. Under my skin. Open me up, facing my fears. Show me what love is. I just want you near. I want you to stay. I won't let you in and show you my pain. Don't see my heart like it's always been. Under my skin.
And that was track 7, Under My Skin, and yeah. I mean, for me anyway, I mean, this is my opinion, but the song didn't really do anything for me. I come to life when the light turns on, but die with every curtain fall. My troubled life makes my troubled heart. Hold on for this curtain call. And then she goes on to say, I just want you near. I want you to stay. But if you come too close, my edges will fray. I won't let you in and show you my pain. I'd rather lie here in the darkness because you don't know what's under my skin. So lyrically, I really do like the song. Honestly, lyrically, this might be one of my favorite songs on the album. So I like that aspect of the song. And this is a great continuation of the other couple songs, Father's Eyes, One Touch. She wants this person desperately, but you don't know what's under her skin. You don't know what happened to her. So if you come too close, you might get cut. So you know what? I do take back what I said initially about this song. I'm still not a huge fan, but I would perhaps listen to this song again. I really do like the lyrics, but that's just not enough for me to want to listen to the song again because the song also has to be memorable for me to want to listen to it again. So I do like the lyrics, but it's just, I guess it's not catchy enough. It doesn't really hook you in like a lot of the other songs do. But anyway, let's move on to track 8, Heartbreak in This City.
Cry for you cry. Gave up everything for you. But you started something. I just see heartbreak in this city. You, so get your mind made up. Call me on the telephone. Call my name and then my heart starts beating. My heart starts beating. Game after game. Only fear stands in your way. But you started
And that was track 8, Heartbreak in This City. And no one can deny that this is a great pop song. Lyrically, and also the beats and the vocals too. Everything about it is great. But I will say I do prefer the one with Michelle Visage. I really do like the lyrics of this song. Lyrically, it is probably one of my favorites. You call my name, and then my heart stops beating. Get your mind made up. Hear your car at 3 a.m. You took your love. You need to put it back again. You shattered me. I can't explain. You call my name, and then my heart stops beating. So once again, this is a great continuation of all the other songs. How she is devoted to this person. Cry for ya. Gave up everything for you. Night after night. Got me caught up like a fool. But you started something I can't hold down. So as hard as she tries to chase after this person, she desperately wants this person, but it's like, I guess she's chasing a ghost. The more I try to make you mine, I just see heartbreak in this city. So the more she tries to get this person, the harder she tries. It looks like it's not gonna end up working out well for her. But she's still determined. Even though she sees heartbreak ahead, she still keeps loving this person. I definitely do feel like Heartbreak in This City is one of the highlights of the album. So let's move on to track 9, Come and Dance With Me. Oh.
Ain't my fault if the rhythm took me by surprise.
I like that.
And it's no big deal, you did up looking so good tonight. Let those rumors fly, we'll go down together in disgrace. Cause there's something in the way your body moves. We can't deny this crazy chemistry. Come and dance with me. Cause me the guilty, they know what to do. Even if it's just a fantasy. Come and dance with me. Come and dance with me. If you kiss me now, feel like I already know the taste. Cause there's something in the way your body moves. Come and dance with me. Cause me the guilty, they know what to do. Come and dance with me. Those feeling guilty, they know they should dance with me. Come and dance with me. Come on. There's something in the way your body moves. We can't deny this crazy chemistry. Even if it's just a fantasy. Come and dance with me.
And that was track 9, Come and Dance With Me. And I thought this was a hot song. I do like the strings. I thought it was quite dramatic. It felt like I was in a ballroom or something. I don't know, that's the best way I can explain it. The do-do-do-do-do. Let those rumors fly. We'll go down together in disgrace. Come on, come on, come on. Because there's something in the way your body moves. Got me hypnotized. My hands all over you. We can't deny this crazy chemistry. Come and dance with me. She doesn't care if it's over when the night is through. Because even if it's just a fantasy, come and dance with me. It's interesting she brings up fantasy because there does seem to be something very... It's almost like she's up in the clouds. She's almost delusional when it comes to this relationship. Now, obviously, I mean, I'm just kind of forming my own story in my head when it comes to these tracks. It almost seems like her head's up in the clouds. It almost seems like she's delusional when it comes to this love. She's chasing after this love, even though it will end in heartbreak. After the night is done, that might be it. They might just be dancing this one night, and that's it. It's almost like Cinderella. It has that Cinderella vibe to it. So I did enjoy listening to the song. It's not really a go-to track on the album in my opinion. I wouldn't really listen to it all the time. I did think the chorus was a little bit boring and not particularly memorable, but I do like the essence of just the story. I do like the production, so I would maybe go back to it from time to time. So let's move on to track 10, Don't You Leave Us Halfway.
You do what you do, then you get what you get. But I'm not gonna let Let love burn us down to a dirty war. Yeah, it's true. You can go your own way, you. We can go the hard way, you. I hope it's worth it. Hope it's worth it. But don't you leave us halfway. I'll make it alright. I won't make it wrong. Holding on to you like an old school record. Yeah, it's true. You can go your own way, you can meet me halfway. If you stay, so what if you freak out? That nothing is perfect. Don't you wanna know how far we could go? Yeah, it's true. You can go your own way, you can meet me halfway. If you give it up now, don't you leave us halfway.
And that was track 10, Don't You Leave Us Halfway. And for me, anyway, I thought this track was painfully uninteresting. There isn't really anything about the song that grabbed my interest, lyrically or production-wise. I do think it's probably the least interesting song on the entire album so far. You do what you do, then you get what you get, then you wonder why there ain't something more. You're my greatest view, but I'm not gonna let love burn us down in a dirty war. Holding on to you like an old school record, I can't let go. The tables are turning tonight. So once again, she can't let go of this person, and if you can face the heartache, true, we can go the hard way, or you can meet me halfway. So you can meet me halfway, or if you're giving up now, I hope it's worth it. So, once again, I mean, these lyrics really do flow beautifully together from one song to the next. I do feel like, though, at times, the lyrics on this album can get a bit repetitive when it comes to just wanting to hold on to this love and chasing after this person and blah, blah, blah. So, other than that, I really don't have anything else to say about the track. So, let's move on to track 11, To the One.
Forever seems like long ago. It's when I put that record on. Suddenly I'm in a feeling I'm right by your side. You're the one I love, lost but not enough. Remember where we had it all, thinking of me. So cruel how nothing stays the same. You're no stranger in my memory. We still make sense. Would I have changed you? Remember where we had it all. Maybe you're somewhere right now, thinking of me. Little things take me back to another life. You're the one I love, lost but not enough. Remember where we had it all. To the one that
And that was track 11, To the One, and I didn't mind this song. I thought it was a nice listen. It was quite pleasant for me to listen to. I really did enjoy the overall production, and I thought it was nice. Forever seems like long ago. All we used to know, we've left it behind. It's when I've put that record on, when I hear our song, and suddenly I get the feeling I'm right by your side. I will say sometimes Steps lyrics can get a bit cliche at times, and that is one issue I have had with Steps' entire catalog of music is I don't feel like Steps' lyrics are the most creative. They really do pull you in with their catchy melodies and hooks and beats, so I really like that aspect, but I do find that their lyrics are just kind of by the numbers more often than not. To the One I Love, Close but Not Enough, went different ways. So once again, this is a great continuation of all the other songs. They went their different ways. He is close but not enough. To the One I Love, Cheers to You. blah blah blah, thinking of me to the one I love, little things take me back to another life. So let's move on to track 12, Hold My Heart.
We went through heaven to hell. We couldn't figure us out. What we don't understand. 'Cause every single time you hold my heart, I give up, I give up, I give up, I give up. I sail a cloud round the globe. No, nothing's ever enough. What we don't understand. 'Cause every single time you hold my heart, I give up, I give up. Surrender to the world that knocked us down. No, I don't wanna leave it all right now. I give up. Baby, I know the one we have is true. 'Cause every single time you hold my heart, I give up, I give up. Surrender to the world that knocked us down. I give up. 'Cause every single time you hold my heart, I give up, I give up, I give up.
And that was track 12, Hold My Heart. And I actually quite enjoyed this track. I don't know, maybe it's one of my favorites on the album. I thought it was beautiful. I just wish there was a bigger moment towards the middle or end with the production. I wish they could have pushed the song more vocally, and I wish they would have went there with the song. But I still quite enjoyed it. For an album that does touch on heartbreak quite a bit, I wish I could have heard just the agonizing heartbreak in their voices when they sang the song. Because every single time you hold my heart, I give up, I give up. Forget about how we've been set apart. I give up, I will not. I don't mind to leave it all right now, because every single time you hold my heart, I give up. We went through heaven to hell. We know it all too well. We couldn't figure us out. And that's what we're all about. What we don't understand. For me anyway, I personally feel like this song is the climax of the album. So I just wish they would have pushed it a bit more. I feel like all the songs I listened to so far have just led to this song. I just wish it would have been more dramatic. So it looks like, technically, for me anyway, that was the final track of the album. The album does end with track 13, What the Future Holds, but I already listened to What the Future Holds, the single mix, which was track 1. I actually like how they open the album with What the Future Holds and also end the album with What the Future Holds, because it kind of leaves the door open. What does the future hold? What does the future of Steps hold? So that was all 13 tracks of What the Future Holds by Steps, and I did enjoy the album. I thought it was fun to listen to, but I will say, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I do think, for me personally, this album was a little bit of a step down from Tears on the Dance Floor. I mean, Tears on the Dance Floor was such a consistent dance pop album. I generally liked the entire thing, the beginning, middle, and end. It's very cohesive. I can't say the same about this album though. But I will say, okay, so the overall themes and stories and lyrics are very consistent and cohesive. This heartbreak or potential heartbreak and people disapproving of the person you love, but you not caring about what they have to say because you just love this person so much and you believe in this love, but in ways you know it's going to end in heartbreak. You might even be delusional about it. Your head is up in the clouds and you want it to work, but it's just not going to work out at the end of the day, or it's going to be maybe an uphill struggle. So perhaps it will work or it won't work. And what the future holds, no one knows. I did enjoy the production of the album. It got me to dance. It was fun. It's a very classic sounding electropop album. it didn't blow me away. It wasn't like, oh wow, that's spectacular. It's revolutionary. It's not revolutionary by any means. It's very much by the numbers, but I feel like it doesn't need to be more than that. It's just a frivolous dance pop album. It gets you to dance, and at the end of the day, that's kind of all I want. I want the beats, I want the synths, so it doesn't need to reinvent the wheel. It just has to get me to dance, and this album did that. I don't think the songs on this album are as memorable as the songs from Tears on the Dance Floor. There are a few clunkers on the album, songs I typically would really listen to again. In particular, during the middle part of the album, I did like the beginning. I liked the end in ways, but the middle, I did like the middle. I really like the opening. I'm trying to gather my thoughts here. Okay, so I like the opening, and the rest of the album, I felt like was hit or miss. I liked how dramatic some of the songs were with the orchestra and the strings. I thought that was really interesting to listen to. In particular, on tracks 6, One Touch, and also track 9, Come and Dance With Me. There are also songs on the album that remind you of their earlier work, like Something in Your Eyes. So this album really is the past meeting the present when it comes to Steps and their aesthetic. And what does the future hold? Who knows? I don't see myself going back to this album as much as Tears on the Dance Floor, but I still quite enjoyed the overall album. I also enjoyed the vocals on this album. That's one other thing about Steps is their vocals almost never disappoint. They always sound invested in what they're singing about. They never sound bored or indifferent. They genuinely always sound like they're having fun and they're interested in what they're singing. So now that we're done what the future holds, in my next Steps video, which I'm thinking of uploading it next Saturday, will be What the Future Holds Part 2. So I'll upload that video the day after the album's release. I'm hoping. If not, maybe the following Monday, I don't know. But I'm really excited to see what Part 2 has in store for me. I'm also very much excited to hear the remixes of songs that I already heard on What the Future Holds Part 1. So I'm very excited to hear what they have cooked up for What the Future Holds Part 2. And thanks for watching, guys. You can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Twitter. I literally just spit there. I don't know if you saw it. I probably shouldn't even have mentioned it, but whatever. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.